U.S. stocks have posted their worst first half in more than 50 years, while the European counterparts finished their worst one since the global financial crisis in 2008. Investors fear that interest rate hikes by certain banks to tame raging inflation could push the U.S., the world's largest economy, and Europe into a recession. And according to a report published by CNBC, some 74% of U.S. consumers are concerned about a recession, according to a new survey from Empower and Personal Capital. So, how to prepare for this situation? Watch this video until the end to find out. Hi guys, welcome back to Glory Investing Show, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you how to survive an economic recession. Create an emergency fund. Identify a target amount that you want to put towards your emergency fund each month if you don't currently have one. Your money should be held in a bank savings account. During a downturn, it's advised that a 2-income household maintain an emergency fund with 6 months' worth of costs, as opposed to the usual recommendation of 3 months. This is crucial if your family only makes one income and you work in a sector that is severely affected by recessions, such as food, financial sectors, or construction. There's no time when the proverb "cash is king" is more accurate than now. Previously available money might soon dry up as banks become less willing to lend as the economy worsens, so managing your cash wisely can mean the difference between success and failure. Keep an eye on your appropriate accounts, and if you can, use credit to your benefit without going overboard to save some much-needed cash, and do so without hesitation. Focus on costs. Naturally, both your income and your costs affect your bottom line. Even in the best of circumstances, it might be challenging to boost sales, but you do have some influence over some costs, particularly your variable costs. Your suppliers are also susceptible to the effects of a recession, just as you would be having difficulties with your firm. Now may be a good moment to bargain with suppliers for cheaper pricing because they don't want to abandon you as a client. This entails carefully reviewing your employment process and budget, as well as creating numerous potential outcomes. According to Jenny, she advises her clients to carefully consider both the best and worst case possibilities. If your company is functioning significantly below capacity, you may have had more staff than you require, so it may be a reason to contemplate reducing some of their hours. Get creative. You have to have things to act on to respond swiftly, and this is where creativity is vital. Begin considering every survival option the day social isolation restrictions were put into place. Even in the first week of the pandemic, you will be able to avoid going into the red because of a breakthrough idea. Keep saving. Even in a recession, try to include saving in your budget if you can. If you have retirement funds and college savings, you should keep on putting money into them. Consider reducing other expenditures to make that work if you may not have the cash available. You'll be happy you continued to save when the recession ended, since your accounts will show the interest you earned throughout that time. Immediately after you get paid, receive a cut of your salary and deposit it in a savings account. Investing in the stock market throughout a recession might also be a smart choice. You stand to benefit a lot if you purchase shares in respected companies while prices are low. Focus on what you do best. It's crucial to ask oneself, what does my business do best when times are hard and business is sluggish? You may have diversified from your initial emphasis and become engaged with a variety of new goods and business lines, as many entrepreneurs do. It's time to look closely at the data for each aspect of your company to determine what is and isn't functioning. You'll end up with a more effective and successful business if you refocus your efforts on what you do best, i.e., what generates you the most money. Put the customer first. All of your attempts should go toward retaining dependable clients and keeping up your connections with them. Make sure they understand how much you value their company. Additionally, even if you had to make additional cuts around the firm, maintain your quality at the same level as before. A downturn is also a perfect time to assess your clientele. You might have some clients who aren't worth working with. The best moment to break off these connections and look for new ones is during a recession. You have a lot more control over your company's relationships with clients as a small business owner than a CEO of a huge multinational has. Additionally, you could have more free time during a recession to evaluate and strengthen those connections. Making the effort to do this will not just help you weather the storm, but it should also cultivate devoted clients who stick with you in the good times as well. Embrace the barter system. Despite popular belief, the barter system is still in use today and did not vanish with the emergence of the economic system. Consider the scenario where you do require to upgrade your website to boost your product offerings, and you shouldn't try to cut corners on marketing during a downturn, but simply don't have the money to hire a web developer. There are probably a lot of currently unemployed designers out there, and if you look hard enough, you might find a decent one who's prepared to trade part of his or her work for whatever products or services your company can offer. Keep your prices the same. Whenever the downturn is harming their bottom line, many firms turn to bargains and deals. But if you do, buyers will find it more difficult to justify charging your normal prices after the crisis is past. Additionally, these lower prices may reduce crucial revenues. The sole exception is when you want to give consumers who are similarly struggling with one-time payment modifications or incentives. Just make sure they understand that you will be only providing this product once. Create a risk management process. Make a strategy about how to proceed in the eventuality of a downturn if you haven't yet. This risk management strategy should outline the steps you'll take if an economic recession causes you to lose clients or revenue. Since your staff will be in a frenzy and unclear about what to do, it'll be simpler to plan and come up with a solution before a recession hits. Create clear, actionable steps to follow, then communicate the strategy to other executives or partnerships so they can do the same. Pay your debts. Even though you should constantly strive to be debt-free, it's crucial to do so when a downturn is on the horizon. Pay off your credit card debt, which typically has the higher rate of payment, if full initially. From this point on, try to pay off as many bills with lower interest rates as you can to reduce your load as much as you can. Your monthly expenses will be reduced and you'll have a greater chance to survive a downturn if you quit your job or have to make spending cuts if you have less debt. Savings from not needing to make debt payments can subsequently be used to create an emergency fund or for other purposes. When the price of securities declines during a recession, saved funds can be deposited in them. Keep money flowing in. If you have a job, do a fantastic job at it. Do not let up now. Arrive early, work late, and offer to help with projects. Pick up the burden for other employees. It'll occur when people are laid off. Therefore, this is your chance to shine. Search for ways that can save your business money, particularly if you observe small gestures made in that direction, such as encouraging staff to turn off laptops. In regards to how you've increased profits and decreased expenditures, try to measure your efforts. Start networking so you have a security net of connections in the instance that you are laid off and need assistance. Find other employment if you don't even have one. Concentrate on reducing your spending, as explained in the previous steps, and think about volunteering. If you have the time, some groups might use your aid and you could cultivate goodwill in your neighborhood. Let us know your thoughts about upcoming events, how you're planning to prepare for the recession. If you found this video helpful, make sure you smash the like button and share it with your friends. Don't forget to share your thoughts with us in the comments section below, and while you're here, click to watch one of these other 2 videos appearing on your screen right now. I'll see you there. Take care and stay tuned.